Just talking about the BBL. Do you know what that is? If I say BBL?
No.
Brazilian butt lift.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're scary.
Is like what we've all come to learn in the last couple years, but even I feel like just like this year, majorly.
TikTok's a big source of it for sure. Yeah.
Everybody has a fake ass. The BBL is the process is taking fat out of somewhere else and you put it into your ass.
Okay.
And like everybody does it. So
like just like your common girl on TikTok is like
regular ass
flying to Miami to get it.
It says like TikTok exposes like the celebrities who have it, or
no, they're doing it
they're
to
like
themselves.
They're like 2 days to my BBL, 1 day, and then they're like showing the results.
Does it look awesome?
But some of them look perfectly normal. Like usually when you think about it, you think that they're putting out these like huge asses, but these girls are just taking like a tiny bit of fat
and
just making it look like it would be a normal.
I like the subtlety of it.
Yes, like so it all depends on like who you are. Like Asa Akira got fake tits, but she got like a big beat. You know what I mean? She was like, I'm not gonna walk around like fucking ridiculous, but she was like, I just got nicer tits.
I never knew she had fake boobs until she said it.
Right? That's kind of like the way you want it, right?
Right.
I mean, she's open about it, so she's like, whatever, I don't care. But if you wanted to make people think that they're real, you just like go not so big.
Sure.
And I think girls that are smart and like the famous people who have the right team and publicists or whatever do like just a little bit. I mean, you got the idiots who walk around with a fucking dog.
You realize everyone has it in Hollywood.
I guess it also depends on how much fat you have elsewhere to put in, right?
Yeah,
it's like,
true.
Listen, girl, we can't make
They
it
gotta
bigger
have
because
reserves in the back.
But I don't know if you can put like
From the liposuctions? Like, I mean, come on.
They like just get like a bucket of lard and they're just like, what?
But is it
like in fucking Fight Club when they make all the fucking soap? It's just like fucking
whale blubber and shit.
Buckets.
I guess that you've become a puker too, hanging out too much with him.
Because some people get some people just get liposuction, right?
Have you ever seen that?
What do they put
hang on to it?
That's what they did.
They do just freeze it.
Bags of blood.
Like,
Just keep it in the back of the fridge.
It can't be like it's a blood type where it's like one matches the other.
I would imagine your own fat is
Don't
probably
people get like
more-
shots, like ass injections?
Well, that's what I thought this was. So what?
Because that's
They I think slice open and
Filler
then
too. Now
fat.
filler's the one that goes like you were talking about how it can like go.
Fillers
away.
when people's faces look
Filler,
lumpy.
yeah. So like filler you can get in your ass, that'll go away.
Same thing you put in your lips and shit, or
Yes.
different type of stuff.
I think it's
it's
the same.
Oh, it is.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
Are
think
people
it's the
like
same.
dying from the fillers in their ass though?
Yeah, but that's like when they put cement in.
People are getting.
Man,
like,
have you seen some of the
reactions.
botched? The asses on botched are fucking. There was this chick on. I love botched. Botched is one of my guilty pleasures.
Really?
So those
Amazing.
little fucking those little doctors, those little gnomes.
I miss Nip Tuck too. Great show.
There was this one girl who had a comically huge ass, and they could flip her thing.
Yes,
So
I've seen that.
It was like flat. It was like a dome.
It looks almost like a milk dud that's like in their ass and like they're like shifting it around.
And then
Or like a dot.
So you could put the round side in and the flat
So the
side
flat
was out.
side
So
is
your
facing
ass
out.
was
People do
flat.
that with their boob implants.
Yeah.
They could like move them.
Could she could flip it herself?
They probably they did it, but I think
Because that's probably pretty nice. Like if you're sitting down,
What if you're hooking up
So
with a
turn it
girl
around,
make
and
it
you're flipping
flat?
her ass and it flips?
Yeah.
like you flip the ass and
I
then
don't know how
that's
to
like
fire
that
that
If you have a cross country flight, you just flip that thing.
It's like flipping your pillow at night.
Oh, that sounds better.
Yeah.
It's a little colder. It's a little
But what
nicer.
if you were like having sex from behind and they just start to flip and then like that would be
Well,
so
that's the
fucking
problem
weird?
with the fake asses.
Seems like
is
another
that
positive.
I think fake tits are. I don't like fake tits, but you get them if you get a good one.
Careful, Kevin.
And they look nice. You're good,
Thank
right? But I also feel like they don't feel as good, right? But there's not as much going on with your tits. Like your ass, like. It's involved in sex and grabbing and touching and hitting and smashing and all that. And if it's fake,
You go in the world.
What are you doing?
Fuck. When Kevin has sex, it's like a fucking cartoon mouse.
He's in the great bar.
mallet.
Like fucking Gallagher in the bedroom.
like it looks nice, your tits, but if your ass is like doesn't feel right, that to me, I'd rather be like a smaller.
But I think these
lesser
like
ass
the ones that they're getting in Hollywood don't feel anyway because it's not an implant.
That's the thing. That's
Yeah.
why
It's
the
their
fat is
fat.
good.
Yeah, it's just their
But
own
also,
fat.
if I was a chick, and I learned this now, any normal girl you see that has a great ass, like round of applause, because everyone else is cheating.
Right.
It's like the baseball player in the '90s who did it legit.
Right, it's like Pedro pitching.
My biggest question
it's
is
Ken
like,
Griffey Jr.
where are people getting the money from to do this? Like I don't.
What's it
get
run yet? Because I'm.
Do you know?
I don't know. I'm
Okay.
assuming it's 10K.
Well, I think anything. Wow.
You thinking about it?
No, but it's like
I think
college
I'd love to be a guy with a fucking sexy ass.
Would you
I
get?
think I'd like to be known
Hey,
as
John,
a hot ass.
great.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Would you get like a comically large one, or would you try to do
No,
it
I just
subtly?
get a top one.
So,
Like
but
a
see,
baseball.
The problem is you don't want to end up looking.
no
A
ass.
baseball
Looks
ass.
like I've been doing
Oh,
or like a
fucking
hockey
probably
ass.
broke.
bunch of squats and stuff.
The thing is, like, you don't want to end up looking like an AirPod, basically, like where it's like you have skinny leg and then just like a giant fat ass. It makes no sense. You want
Right,
like
then
a
the
thick
worry-
thigh going into
All right, well
the
then
big
we
ass.
start with the quads, we work our way up.
Yeah.
Exactly. See,
Right, then the worry is that like you sort of lose touch with the reality and you become one of those people who just you can't stop.
How does that happen?
I don't know,
I
but
don't
it happens a lot.
That really is
Do
probably the
men
best way to
have
put it.
insecurities about like their calves being too thin or something?
there are many
John
people who
John
have
did.
big insecurities
Right, and
about
then you
that.
I mean, I have
Just-
insecurities about everything.
Right, but like we don't have the impulse to then like start injecting our stuff,
Right.
and then it just you turn into like the Michelin Man.
Yeah,
it's a
I think you
slippery
do. It is like
You've
a
seen the
mental
Ru-
illness when you see those people who want to turn into the Ken doll or look like
Yeah.
Justin
Yeah.
Bieber or whatever.
You've seen the
like-
Russian guy, right, with like the synthol biceps,
Yeah,
where it's just
yes.
like all the way out to here, but then his forearms like my size.
How do you
Right,
think-
I
like,
want to
how
know
does
what
that guy
he
look in
sees in the mirror.
Right.
Yeah.
He must
I
see
would love
like
that.
he's like that's it.
god.
Yeah.
He has like the opposite of body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
He thinks it looks really
I think
good.
sometimes I think body dysmorphia is fake and it's something that we made up for ugly people to rely upon.
No,
you know what I
absolutely.
mean?
Can
Like, no,
you-
that's not what other people see.
Can you explain
Not
what
a-
body dysmorphia is? Like, is it you think you look worse or you think you look better?
You
I
think
think
it
it's
works?
both.
Worse.
Okay.
It can go both ways.
I
But
know.
I think normally when you
I
say
think
body
it just
dysmorphia,
means
it's
you don't
negative.
see.
But
don't
if you
see
think
what
you
you
look
look like.
better, that'd be a great
Yeah.
disease to have.
That's like
Yeah.
Walking around like
that's
this.
like
that's
called
called
Amy Schumer.
Delusion.
What's that movie called? With Amy Schumer.
Oh yeah, what's that movie?
I Feel Pretty. I think it is.
Pretty,
yeah.
Where she just walks around with like a ton of confidence because it's like a reverse shallow.
Or the
Hal.
OG one.
Shallow
what's that
Shallow
other
Wow.
one? Shallow Hal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wow,
like
yeah.
that,
Gwyneth Paltrow.
which is that's how we should all be. We should all walk around like we're there. Because I mean, guys can do that. Guys, I think the reason why guys don't go down that road is because we get by on our personalities. You know, it's like
No, you're held to a
Significantly
different
easier.
standard.
well, that definitely is
Yeah.
true.
100%
But also at
true.
the end of the day, it's like I can have ugly calves and all that shit, but the calves weren't the reason I'm gonna hook up with that girl anyway.
Yeah.
She's gonna like
Yeah.
my jokes or hopefully like my personality
Yeah.
because you guys are dumb and you don't like how we look. It's crazy. I don't know. No, thank God you don't. But so we don't have to do that. But the BBL is just.
I have a question.
And by the way,
I
just look it up,
think
it ranges from 3 to 30K.
3 to 30.
So I promise you a 3K.
3K
Oh,
will
yeah,
work.
like,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'll get it.
Yeah.
You can talk
I'll throw
about
a few
it, too.
Instagram posts. I'll get that to 1,500 quick.
You want the good news or the bad news? Well, you want the good news or the bad news?
I always go good news first.
All right, the good news is when we started this shit, only 10% of people watching our YouTube videos were subscribed. And now it's up to 40%. So that's almost like a 50-50 split. That's a 30% increase. A little math for you. That's the good news.
Too much math for me, but it's good news.
You know what the bad news is? That still means 60% of you motherfuckers aren't subscribed. It still
it's
means
good
the
thing
majority.
I asked first because that would have been backwards.
That'd have been terrible. Yeah. Imagine if I was like, well, the good news is it's
Good thing I
No.
fucking go good news first.
60% still just freeloading off of our videos. And guess what? It's YouTube. You're all freeloading. It's not really all. The only cost is to push the fucking button.
Just push it. Push the button.
Push it. Push it real good.
Push it real good.
Dun, 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 dun.